It was back in March of 2011 when the founders of Formula E racing first blueprinted this all out on a pile of napkins in a restaurant in Paris. The first race took place 7 years ago in Beijing's Olympic Park. And now, the racing series is at the forefront of showing the world that electric vehicles can race, perform, and not emit any carbon.
The younger consumers want to see sports that reflect their values. We've got a technology shift. Roughly 800 million people around the world say they like motorsports. And about 500 million of those people have never heard of Formula E. Right, so if someone comes in to watch 5500, they may not naturally be inclined to support an electric championship out of the gate. But if we can present that product to them, we're going to bring new fans into sport. So that gives me hope, based on the technology, based on what the fans are telling us, based on what's available from our partners, to be able to make a better sport.
There's a lot of responsibility for a sports franchise trying to grow, develop a fan base, and expand throughout the world. But Formula E leadership would not have it any other way.
All companies are into sustainability one way or another, so I think it's created a lot of interest for sponsors that maybe aren't interested in traditional, but they like this new format where it's sustainable and good for the environment. For us, it opened up a new market.
The technology and innovation you see here is translated in the automobile manufacturers' labs and research centers to build upon and develop the next stage of EVs for consumers.
These cars in Formula E are the most efficient electric vehicles in the world. So the areas which we can develop, the powertrain, which is the electric motor, the inverter, the gearbox, we have to absolutely be optimizing the materials we use, the weight, getting the center of gravity down. And what we wanted is a platform that can only promote the benefits of electric mobility and the adoption of EVs, but actually a real-world test bed for the technology. That's exactly what this is. We're pioneering technologies, pioneering materials, pioneering design solutions, all of which are relevant for our future passenger vehicles.
Many in the garages here in Brooklyn on the summer afternoon say that it's already improved everyday electric cars. Battery voltage increases along with more miles to the gallon for faster charging capabilities, all seen in Formula E race cars.
The big idea behind EV racing is actually bringing it out not on a specialized racetrack, but right here on the streets that you and I will be driving on, and making it real for us so that the general population can actually see that there's an alternative, that it is safe, that it is efficient, that it is effective. And if these race drivers can do it at these amazing speeds, so can you and I at the regular speeds we drive, on the roads we drive on. We believe electric is the future, and actually getting it out there in a manner that people can relate to it, that they can sense it, feel it, and they know it is for them. And so this is a much bigger purpose than just the race.
You can't get any closer to the action than NYC VIBE, right here, right smack against the track, right in the drivers' faces, literally, as they're peeling out, making their turns during the practice session. We spoke to the drivers about electric racing, electric life, the electrification of the automobile industry. These guys think that they're pioneers on the forefront of great things. Let's talk to the drivers, find out how do they feel that they're revolutionizing sports and society.
We're here for a bigger purpose, not just sport, obviously trying to educate, spread awareness about sustainability, continuing to grow, becoming more relevant in everyday lives. But on top of that, we've got some really exciting racing on track.
As a driver, the most impressive thing is the torque and the power delivery of an electric car. So what we learn here on the track, we will also apply on the road cars.
We saw firsthand how the cars can race for the full 45 minutes plus one lap on a single charge. And at mid-race, car swaps are history. The races can reach 175 miles per hour, more power, more technology on the way when Formula E moves to its Gen 3 era for the 2022-2023 season.
The I-Pace Jaguar car improved its range by over 20 kilometers due to the software that they've evaluated from our racing cars. I don't know where the future is going, but it's going up. And the technology is improving at such a rate that in 5-10 years' time, these cars could be over 200 miles an hour, yet doing double the range. The potential is amazing.
The race teams are very excited about this, as are the manufacturers and soon the consumers, when they understand how they will benefit from the stress tests that cars go through each weekend. The drivers will tell you that Formula E is the high-speed performance laboratory. In many ways, Formula E is a game changer, not only for its technological advances, but also because it helps consumers see electric vehicles as high-performance cars.
Formula E serves the purpose of developing technologies that will be in the electric cars of the future. That's why we're racing for. Of course, entertainment is a big part of it, and Formula E has been going now for 8 years. It has been an incredible journey, and the US is at the forefront of electrification. That's the main goal. How do you solve climate change and add value for people's lives?
It's a balance of efficiency and performance. The way you meet that balance is the same as in road cars and in racing.
It's really important to do something for the environment. We, as the motorsport industry, we also feel we have the responsibility to do something, and with the best engineers, the great minds, pushing the limits with technology. So this is what we can do to do our contribution to the planet, and to combine that with the sport, it's very meaningful.
When it comes to software, there's no limits. Being a part of Formula E right now is very special for me, because I think it's going to have a very big historical significance in the future. It's incredible how many smart people work in this paddock on the engineering side, and can't wait to drive an electric car in the future that feels like this thing.
With the U.S. government and states' EV sales incentives, along with California's ban on gasoline engines taking effect in 2035, the road is ready for more consumers to research, test drive, and consider electric vehicles. And once you go electric, you never go back.